Hey everyone, my name is Jeff and this is my 2025 workshop tour. So I was just going to quickly go through all the major areas of the workshop and then I'm going to dive into specifics for each tool. So up first, this is my forging area. I've got my main anvil, my home anvil, 250 pound Fontanini anvil here, and then my 3 Coal Ironworks hydraulic presses. And my 2 forges. I've got both a propane forge and electric forge. So what I'll do is basically wheel one of these into this area and then kind of create like a triangle between them so that I can work efficiently. And all my hammers and tongs are within close reach. Quench tank, other press here, so this is kind of like a good close setup so I can work efficiently. After the rough forging, I usually take a product over to grinding. I've got my main tool is the 2x72 belt grinder, and I've got some additional buffers, so this allows me to grind and clean up the edges and stuff like that. After grinding, I'll typically take it over, and if it needs personalization, that'll get done on my 2-ton fly press. And final finishing mostly happens in the tumblers. I've got various assortment of tumblers that deburr, polish, descale, and clean all my products. Stainless steel products stop there, and then my steel bottle openers go in the kiln, and then a warm wax, get a warm wax finish. So that's the production of my products. After that, we move to my shipping station. This has all my shipping supplies, boxes, labels, everything like that. And then everything gets shipped out. Separate from that, I design and build all my tooling and jigs. So what you see here is largely for that. I do a lot of 3D design work, so everything kind of starts in the computer, and then I'll get it sent out for laser cutting or machining, and then the tooling has to get hardened, so that'll go in this kiln. And then I've got this Rockwell hardness tester to help me dial in my heat treat. These are kind of new, I'm still trying to figure these out. But that is this. A lot of prototyping gets done on my 3D printer. You can see I'm kind of working on a spatula blade here. So, and then I've got another one in the printer, but a lot of my prototyping gets done on there, and workshop tools, jigs. So I've got my 3D printer. This is my Titan 25-ton CNC press brake. This is a new tool that I haven't really gotten to use that yet, but I am planning on making some tongs with it. So this was my prototype, but planning on use this to press out some tongs as well as some other workshop jigs and tooling. So the only other area that I have is mainly just storage over here. Supplies and such like that, and then I've got my metal processing on the floor. So that's going to get a welding table eventually, but right there, right now it's on the floor. So that's kind of the general overview, and I'll dive into some more specifics. So this is the muscle of the forge. These are my 3 Coal Ironworks 12-ton hydraulic presses. I spent probably about a solid 1.5 years to get to this point, so it's been a lot of effort. I started off trying to design and build my own specialized press to do just one thing, and that ended up not working. I got like a used hydraulic motor. That ended up not working. I went ahead and purchased the Coal Ironworks 12-ton and the Coal Ironworks Power Pack, and then I tried to do my own control system, electronic control system. The first one, the control valve didn't work. So that was one whole iteration, and then this is iteration 2. So basically, the setup is that I've got a 5 horsepower hydraulic motor power pack, and then down here I've got 7 electronic controlled solenoid valves. So 7 different channels that I control, and then also I've got air. I've got 8 channels of air, and that's all controlled by my homemade digital press controller. with different modes, manual mode, joystick mode, foot pedal, and then various time-based modes for different products. So this took me, it's took me about a year and a half. It's powered off an Arduino, various sensors, solenoids, relays, and then a touchscreen. So this has been a huge effort, but it is awesome because right now I've got 3 jigs set up for bottle openers. I don't need to change any of them out. I go right from the induction forge over here, create the top, and then these other 2 ones personalize and bend. And then this press is actually stamps the Boars logo in it. So when I'm doing my bottle openers, which is one of my big sellers, I use all 4 of these machines to dial in that process. So let me show you a couple dies I got. So this is my bottle opener die. This top comes down, punches the tab, and then there's a secondary cylinder back there that comes in and shapes the bottle opener. This one stamps in my name or different personalization options, and this one puts the bend in the handle. So I've bought a couple of the Cole Ironworks dies, but then you can see that I design and I get machined a lot of my own other dies. So this has been a huge project. I'm very happy with it, and it is a workhorse. Here's the hydraulic setup. There's another blank one over there, but here's the digital press controller. Have different modes for different things. My different products, bottle opener products, cocktail picks, and then here's the internals. So yeah. The other area I wanted to go into a little more detail is my forges. This is my first forge on the right. It's a forced air ribbon burner that I designed and made from old propane tank. I made the burner and everything. This was like a workhorse for the first year and a half, really. All my products got made in there, and it was awesome. You know, got me started in forging. But I'm in a 2-car garage, and in the summer that thing would heat up the garage to about 110, 115 degrees. That's obviously pretty hot. So then I got into the induction forge. So the induction forge, basically, you have automatic and manual mode. I run it specifically in automatic, and I use a coil, and basically I can place in a bottle opener, and while I'm forging one over here, the other one's heating up, and then as soon as I'm done, I swap it out and keep going. So actually, let me go get one and show you how that works. So hopefully this isn't too loud, but see, just started the auto cycle. It's already starting to smoke, and now it's glowing red. So it heats up that fast. It's a pretty incredible tool. I've got this running for about 30 seconds to get up to like a bright orange temperature. But yeah, that's the induction forge. Back to my parts tumbler. These are huge. This saves me so much time. I use a combination of ceramic and stainless steel media. I found the ceramic does a good job deburring, and the ceramic media gets into all the nooks and crannies and does a good job descaling and polishing. So I've been pretty happy with this brand. This is meant for reloading ammunition, but I found that for the price, you can't beat these. Super useful. My first tumbler was actually an old, it's an old treadmill, and I basically took everything off, took the belt off, took everything off, shortened the 2 wheels, and then I got some rotating drums that tumble. So that was my first one. It works great. It was loud, and then it was just a kind of a hassle and too big for a lot of my products. So that's why most of my products go through these tumblers. I think lastly, to kind of give you guys an idea of what kind of 3D design work I do. Well, first of all my products, after I prototype them and kind of work them out in steel, they start as like laser cut blanks. That helps me save a couple steps on production and a ton of time because I don't have the space for all that material cutting processing. But this was a tool card that I designed in CAD and then had sent out for laser cutting and bending. So that's one use of the 3D modeling. And then 3D printing. I'm trying to do some organization. So I've got little workshop organizers for drawers and such. And then, like I said, I use it for prototyping and other jigs. So yeah, that's the workshop tour. Hope you liked it. I'll try to do about one of these a year so you guys can see as it progresses. And yeah,